Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering of my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. The snap was a little bit lackluster when I did my little thing. Specifically because I went over there and kind of banged up my finger a little bit on this side. So doing the snap, it hurts a little bit. So I tried to do the best I could for it. I apologize, it wasn't that great. Finger will be fine. It just needs to heal up. But anyway, folks, super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, folks, we're doing, boom, it's my Killer's Confession shirt. AKC, what with the face of the lead singer and such. If you were not familiar with the band, Killer's Confession, not entirely surprised, but they've been doing pretty good for themselves. They basically started off when the lead singer, Waylon, previously been one of the lead singers of the band Mushroomhead. He and Mushroomhead parted ways. He decided to go on and do his own thing, which is when he went over there and formed AKC. And from there, they've been doing it now for several years. They have a few albums out. I want to say at least 3, and then I think they're working on their 4th is supposed to be out next year at the time I'm doing this. I could be off. It might be one less, or there's at least 2 for sure, but my brain is I'm a little bit under the weather right now. So my brain is just a little bit, but it's okay. We're going to make this happen. They're a super cool band, though. I actually got to see them perform live literally just yesterday. Plus, I've seen them a couple times before. I happen to have some videos of said performances. They're on this channel as well, just in case you're interested. Maybe you like food reviews and, and metal music. It could happen. But anyway, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? Well, time I'm doing this, November 3rd, it is National Sandwich Day. Well, with it being National Sandwich Day, well, one particular establishment, specifically, boom, Potbelly, they went over there, they had a buy one, get one free deal if you went through online or through their app. There was no way I was going to miss out on that. I just got through reviewing their hickory smoked ham sub. Note that I said sub. And, well, folks, I had to go in for another one, so we're going to do, boom, it's a sandwich. This specifically, where did I put the thing? Is it gone? Did I lose it? Well, whatever. This is their roast beef sub sandwich. Consists of Angus roast beef with provolone on white bread. Original size sub, which this is half of, by the way. The other half is over there. I think it cost me like $8.59. I mentioned in the hickory smoked ham sandwich review, I've run out of their more interesting ones, so I just kind of had to go through. But it is a roast beef sub sandwich, and I love a roast beef sub sandwich. So, now all that said, with it being a sub sandwich review, 3 things to get out of the way quickly. Number 1, for over a year now, I've been going on sub sandwich adventures. I have been reviewing sub sandwiches from chain locations, delis, gas stations, you name it. I've been trying it out, and I've been reviewing them for this show. Number 2, if you like my sub sandwich reviews, by the way, if you do, I appreciate it, and if you don't, that's fine too. But if you do, and you want them all in one convenient location, I already got you covered because I have an entire playlist called Subs for Subs, which is just my sub sandwich reviews. At the time I'm doing this, I have over 90. So there's plenty of sub sandwich review and goodness for you there. But maybe it's not enough. Maybe you need even more sub sandwich review goodness, because you're greedy like that. Just wait till Sunday. Why? Because Sunday is SUBday. That's the day when I go over there and review my sub sandwiches. Go over there and upload them. Typically, you're going to get 2 every Sunday. Sometimes 1, but sometimes 3 or 4. Let's try roast beef sub sandwich. I am so out of it right now. Like, it's ridiculous. Oh, okay. First of all, let's get our thing. It looks like this. Okay. It's not a bad looking sub sandwich, huh? Can we have? Let's eat it. It's a pretty solid roast beef sub sandwich. Not the best I've ever had, I'll lay that out there right now, but it's decent. Nothing bad about it. I will say this. So, like I said, I love a roast beef sub sandwich. Reason why roast beef is delicious and a roast beef sub is a simple, beautiful thing. Take some roast beef, some provolone, maybe some mayo, depending on how it's prepared, maybe some veg again. But typically it's just, roast beef, provolone. Toss it on some sub bread, boom, you got a banging ass sandwich. Now here's the thing. Most roast beef sub sandwiches that you're going to get, at least in my experience, are of the cold variety. This is one that's been warmed up. Now there's pros and cons to that. I personally think that the cold roast beef sub sandwich works a little bit better in terms of kind of preserving the flavor of the roast beef itself. Cold roast beef is the flavor that I'm expecting when I think roast beef. Warm roast beef, while certainly still similar, it does change the flavor profile a little bit. Certain things are accentuated, certain things, kind of fade out a little bit. So as I'm eating this, the main thing I'm looking for in this sandwich is good roast beef. And this is solid roast beef. It's not, not super crazy amazing, but it's perfectly good roast beef. But it is a different flavor profile than what I'm expecting from a traditional roast beef sub sandwich. But does have the benefit, since it's been warmed up, goes over there and it warms up that provolone. Nice thing about what that is, it goes over there, that also changes its flavor profile. It goes over there and it kind of, gives a little extra oomph to the provolone, which is a flavorful cheese, but, you melt that stuff up, it's even better. So it's a little bit of a back and forth. I probably prefer the flavor of the cold roast beef to the warmed up roast beef, but I prefer the flavor of the warm provolone to the cold provolone. It's a little conflicting. But it's a good sandwich. I like it. What it's reminiscent to, for me, is back when I was a kid, especially during the summer months, I'm on summer vacation, my dad would just go over there, get a whole bunch of deli meats and cheese, get some buns, and be like, here, fucking feed yourself until I get home. I'd just go over there, I'd take some roast beef, put it on like a Kaiser roll, I'd put some Munster cheese on it, put that shit in the microwave, because, I was a little bit too young to really be fucking with the stove and such. Melt that shit up, and man, that was good. Man, that was good. That was the business. Now this reminds me a little bit of that. Obviously, it's been toasted and stuff like that. It's got better bread. Although the Kaiser roll was nice, I'm not going to say it. But I will say the one thing that it's missing for me personally is that Munster cheese. Munster cheese, I feel like, is super slept on. I think Munster is one of the best cheeses out there. I think you recreate this exact sub, but you put Munster instead of provolone. I think that would be the business for me. But, all that said, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with probably not and kind of. For me, as I already kind of laid out, I like the cold roast beef sub sandwich. While I do have a nostalgia for the warmed up ones that I used to make, if I want that, I'll just make that myself. I can just go buy roast beef and a Kaiser roll and some Munster cheese, put it in the microwave. It's real simple. That's why I was able to do it as a child. As a sub, it's not a bad sub sandwich. I do want to emphasize that. But I'm not getting the hit that I expect or that I want from a roast beef sub sandwich. And ultimately, that's what I have to gauge it off of. As a sandwich by itself, it's perfectly fine. But I don't feel like it's really giving me the qualities of a roast beef sub sandwich that I personally want. So I think for me, even though it's perfectly fine, I would go to a place that has a more traditional roast beef sub sandwich. I would go with that. But, by that same token, if I'm recommending it to somebody, sure. It depends on what you want. If you're like me and you're a little bit more of like a traditionalist when it comes to your roast beef sub sandwich, I would probably skip it. But by that token, if you're somebody who maybe you don't have strong feelings on roast beef, it's a perfectly fine sandwich. It's not going to hurt you. It's, it's decent tasting. I will gladly eat the rest of it. It just will not be that roast beef experience that I personally want. But 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. You can go over there, have yourselves a truly roast beef sub sandwich tastic rest of your life. Because roast beef is just wonderful. It's fantastic. It's underrated deli meat. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. You're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it. I live it. I'm out there with you in it. As I mentioned at the start of this whole thing, I am sick right now. And I am fading out so hard right now. Like, it is taking a lot of effort for me to actually keep the review going. I had like 2 other things I was going to review. I'm like, sure, I'll do 4 reviews. It's like, nope, this is the last review I'm doing today. But it's important, even when we're not feeling 100% ourselves, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those, around us. Folks, very final thing. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Here's what I want you to do. Hopefully, the time I'm doing this now, we're still in fall. Things are getting a little bit chilly. I don't know what time it'll be when you're watching this particular review. But, try it. I hope for your sake that you're able to avoid any bugs that are coming your way. Try to stay safe and healthy if you can. It's not always up to us the way we would like it to be, but, and if nothing else, if you do happen to go over there and catch a bug or something like that, I hope it goes over there and it passes through your system quickly and you're feeling better real soon, because, man, oh man, it's just, as somebody who doesn't get sick a lot, when I do get sick, it's extra sucky. So, anyway, bye.